Hi, I'm Jane King, and this is New to the Street in person back here at the NASDAQ market site in New York City. This show is all about public, private, and blockchain companies, how the CEOs, the founders, and the innovators bringing you lots of opportunities to consider. Here we go. Game Time Productions has watches and bands, but also is a leader in licensed sports watches, having active, ongoing license agreements with the NFL, Major League Baseball, NHL, NASCAR, WWE, lots of iconic athletes and brands as well. So with me is CEO Adam Pennington, and then we'll talk with you, Lynn, about the marketing of it in a second. But Adam, just tell me a little bit about the company, and you recently changed your ticker symbol as well, right? So
yes, well, we're still GRNL.
Okay.
It's Greenlight Ventures, DBA Game Time Productions.
Okay.
Game Time Productions has 5 different divisions within Game Time Productions. We have Game Time Watches, Game Time Bands, Game Time Performance, Game Time Wellness, and Game Time Media. So today I think we're going to focus a little on the watches.
Okay.
We've been making watches for the NFL and Major League Baseball and all those licensees you spoke about for 24 years now. We're the largest licensed watch manufacturer in the history of all of the leagues. And we are now branching out, and we've done bands, and we've done a number of clocks and another number of other products as well.
And you have a Jets deal.
We have a Jets deal.
Okay.
We just signed a deal. Very excited to be the official watch of the New York Jets. It's a 3-year deal, and it gives us a lot of game day activation, as well as use for advertising social media with their players or logos, and which sort of brings Lynn into the picture for us.
Let's introduce Lynn. So Lynn Ehrenberg, owner of Ehrenberg Public Relations. So what's your role in this, and how do you plan on marketing this?
Well, we're very excited to have Game Time Productions as a new client, and we plan on coming out of the gates making a splash about this new collaboration with the New York Jets.
Yeah, okay. How do you do that? Plan to do that specifically?
Well, we have a great deal with them, and the Jets are working very closely with us, so we'll be promoting some of the players, the watches, activations at some of the games. The sky's the limit, really, so we're really excited about this season.
Okay, thank you.
And we have a really nice tie as well, because Lynn used to be a...
Yes, I'm a former Miami Dolphins cheerleader.
Okay.
And my team and my public relations company employs other Dolphins cheerleaders.
Okay.
So it's about time that we, ditched the Dolphins and went with the Jets.
Yeah.
We're excited to be
Well, and you
part of
understand
it.
the whole culture too, which is really
I do.
helpful.
That's right, exactly.
All right. Thank you so much, Lynn.
Thank you.
We have some exciting stuff. Probably the most exciting thing we have coming down the pike is we just brought on a brilliant scientist, Mikkel Anderson, to be our head of product development for Game Time Performance. And Mikkel has done numerous different projects with celebrities, and we're really excited to have him on board, and I'm sure he could tell you a little bit about his products.
Yeah, I'd love to hear what you're working on.
A lot of things, but one in particular, I call it the blast cap, and it's a dosing apparatus where inside the cap you have the powder separately. It's not a liquid, so you can go like out of the bounds and create thousands of new formulas, and there's no chemicals, no preservatives, no stabilizers. You have the bioavailability as far as intake of your body, and whenever you're ready to drink a drink, you just blast, shake, and you have the freshest drink on earth.
So what is in that helps?
This is a multivitamin, but
Okay.
there's thousands of categories, whether it's sleep, whether it's energy, whether it's sport, whatever it is, you can design your own custom formulas.
Yeah, oh, interesting, okay.
And Mikkel is also working on some energy shots for some of our licensors as well, which we're really excited about, and that's all coming this year, and we're excited and ready to go.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Mikkel. And
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
almost half of the growth in the fast-moving consumer goods industry over the next 3 years will take place in emerging markets. And Red Cloud is using generative AI to unlock the future of B2B commerce in these emerging markets. And with me is Justin Floyd, the CEO of Red Cloud, and also Stan Mlatek, the CFO. So great to have you here at the NASDAQ. Let's start, Justin. I mean, what do you expect the impact of AI to be on the fast-moving consumer goods market?
I think there's three things, Jane. First of all, is the predictability of purchasing patterns at the point of sale between manufacturers of fast-moving consumer goods. So think of everybody from some of the great brands you have here in the US, like Pepsi-Cola, Procter & Gamble, Coca-Cola, for example. These brands want to grow their footprint across Africa, across Latin America. They want as many consumers as possible to enjoy their products. One of the biggest challenges they have, of course, is how do they get those products into the right retailers at the right time at the right price. So generative AI is a way for them to be able to do that. It's a way for them to be able to predict very accurately the kind of right pricing they should be offering, that's going to sell well, enables them to be able to guess inventory, to be able to figure out, or take the guesswork out of inventory actually, and be able to figure out kind of what products can be made available when, and how at the retail level. I mean, across Africa alone, for example, I think there's over 250 million small micro enterprises. These are the people, you've got them here in New York, you've got the kind of local convenience stores, the local kind of supermarket.
Yeah, your pizza joint, something like that.
Absolutely.
Right, yeah. What would you say is what separates you from the competition?
So we welcome the competition at Red Cloud because the opportunity is absolutely massive. It's an untapped and unserved market that we are after. Now we have, I think, even if we have common goals, our DNA is way different than our competitors. I would describe that in two buckets. So on one side, you have the competitors that are backed by large brands. So Coca-Cola, Heineken, Ambev, they have their own app to go to the whole supply chain. Now imagine if you are a retailer and you then need one app for Coca, one app for Pepsi, one app for Ambev. So that's one side of the competition, which we think potentially will be set up for failure. The other side of the competitors are the ones that are the mega distributor. They want to do everything, and they need to invest in warehouses, in trucks, potentially land with their own money, and which means the growth will be way much lower than us. At Red Cloud, we think that we need to be open to all brands. We need to be brand agnostic and brand neutral on one side. And on the other side, we think that all of those partners should be, we want to connect the partners rather than trying to replace them. Okay. So that's the main differences.
Yeah, exciting for you and exciting for these emerging markets.
Very much
well.
so, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Justin and Stan. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Jane. Thank you for having us on. Thank you.
Lameness issues, joint pain, and osteoarthritis can be difficult to treat and debilitating for an animal's health and well-being. Take control of lameness issues and joint pain. Introducing Spryng with OsteoCushion technology. With just one injection, Spryng with OsteoCushion technology targets the root cause of lameness issues, joint pain, and osteoarthritis, helping animals do what they do best.
Clean Vision Corporation is an emerging leader in the sustainable clean technology and green energy sectors. And with me is Dan Bates, the CEO, to bring us up to date on a development. So tell me about this feedstock deal. What is this?
Well, thanks for having me, Jane. I appreciate it. The feedstock deal is a major milestone for our company. As we're developing the plastic conversion network, the ability to convert plastic feedstock into clean fuels, you got to have that feedstock. You got to have that raw material from which you can then make these products. So this announcement that we put out on Monday recently announces that we will be able to secure 1 million tons a year of plastic feedstock to be delivered to our facility in Agadir, Morocco. That ensures the long-term viability of the company for Clean the Seas Morocco. We'll have all the feedstock we need for 20 years.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's what that means for the company. I mean, what does it mean for the bottom line? What will you be able to do?
So we set up our lines modularly, 100 tons per line. Okay, to chew through 1 million tons a year, we'll need approximately 30 lines of pyrolysis technology. In our estimation, that will generate approximately $360 million a year in revenue. It will require us building 2 more facilities in addition to the Agadir facility, and we're looking for locations now. We have a feedstock deal with McValley Limited to provide 100 tons a day for the next 10 years to service that facility. That can also be expanded to up to 500 as we grow. So we've got plenty of feedstock, not just from Morocco at the 1 million tons. We've got West Virginia settled up as well.
Yeah. All right, Dan, thank you so much, and congratulations on the feedstock deal.
Thank you. Very exciting times.
Pressure Biosciences is a global leader in the development and sale of high-pressure based equipment that can break up tiny molecules and viruses and create new products in pharmaceuticals and food and cosmetics. And with me is Rick Schumacher, the president and CEO of Pressure Biosciences. So great to have you back. Look forward to an update on the company. And I remember last time we talked, you had talked about this deal with the Ultra Shear. Explain that, where that is right now. Explain what that is and where you're at with that technology.
Absolutely. Good to see you again, Jane.
Yeah.
We have about 39 issued patents, and 8 of them are in Ultra Shear. So we'll talk about Ultra Shear today. Everything we do uses high pressure. Pressure is an amazing force of nature, and we use it to make things happen better in science and in machines. And so Ultra Shear is where we combine ultra high pressure. We're talking pressures that are 2 to 3 times the pressure at the bottom of the Marianas Trench. We're combining that with very intense shearing or cutting. So we're trying to make 1 + 1 = 10 or 20, and we do. And so we have, as I said, 8 issued and 17 pending patents. This is an amazing technology platform. It bridges across many different areas. We basically make oil go into water using this high pressure. We mix oil with water. We put it into a holding tank, bring it up to very high pressure. We release it at that high pressure. It comes out at basically supersonic speed, and it goes through a patented valve that my guys came up with. Is brilliant. It will never clog. It's an anti-clogging, but what it does is it shears at that pressure the oil from oil drops into what we call little nano droplets.
Yeah. And why do you think the stock has not responded to some of this yet? Why aren't analysts and investors recognizing this value?
You know, I rarely in my life, I've started 4 public companies. They all started as private companies. And so I've rarely talked about stock price, but I'm frustrated enough that I did put something in the last press release, which I think is what you're referring to. It is mind-boggling to me. We do not believe that the current stock price in any way, shape, or form represents what we have now, let alone the potential of what we have going forward. The stock has been decimated. You know, I was being congratulated in January and February because many of the OTC QB stocks had taken big hits, and we were still at over $2 and we'd taken a hit from the high 2s to the low 2s. But since February or so, the stock's gone from 225 or so down to in the 30-cent range. And all we've done is put out news like you and I are talking about now. We're making tremendous progress, measurable progress. We think that the rapid revenue is it's not years away. It's months away. It's going to happen in 2023. We already said that in our press release. I do not understand why the stock is been hit so hard. I have no way to understand it. All I can do is continue to tell our guys we got to keep moving forward. It'll catch up to us. Someday people will wake up and say, "Oh, darn, I should have bought that back when it was under $1." Yeah. That's what, that's the expectation here, is that people are going to finally come around and realize what we have. What we have is far greater. The technology, the 39 patents, the customer base. We have multi-billion-dollar companies that are, we've said publicly, we haven't named them, but trust me, we're working on them. We've also mentioned that one of the top gurus in all the world in cannabis has looked at our nano CBD and has basically said he's never seen anything like this. And we can't go into the data, but he has submitted it for publication, and we're hoping it gets published in a peer-reviewed journal in the coming days or weeks. So there's a lot of good things going on here. I can't control the stock price, but what we control is what we do with our technology. And boy, it certainly is exciting right now.
Yeah, well, I've covered the stock market for a couple of decades now, and I do know it doesn't always make sense. And OTC markets aren't covered as thoroughly as others. So it seems like some things kind of slip through the cracks there, and maybe analysts don't see the potential until kind of, till it gets their attention another way. So hopefully you're right, and the stock will go up. So time will tell.
Time will tell.
Yeah. Thanks so much, Rick, for coming and explaining this. Congratulations on your progress, and we'll talk soon.
That's great, Jane. Have a great day. Bye.
Lameness issues, joint pain, and osteoarthritis can be difficult to treat and debilitating for an animal's health and well-being. Take control of lameness issues and joint pain. Introducing Spryng with OsteoCushion technology. With just one injection, Spryng with OsteoCushion technology targets the root cause of lameness issues, joint pain, and osteoarthritis, helping animals do what they do best.
It's not just soil, it's Humasoil. Coming to a garden center near you.
The Sustainable Green Team is a provider of environmentally conscious solutions in arbor care, disposal, and recycling industry. And with me is the Director of Administration of the Sustainable Green Team, Brian Rivera, and Brian Meyer, the Chief Operating Officer. So great to have you both here. So Brian, tell me about the sustainability and how SGTM plays a role in that.
Sure. Well, first of all, thank you for having us. And if I can just give a little bit of props to you and your team. We are just, so many companies are really being blessed by what you guys are doing. So thank you for that. And sustainability is a word that we're beginning to hear even more and more in industries. Everybody is looking for sustainability. Sustainability actually is the action or the approach to be able to preserve the well-being of communities and environments. I take that very to heart, if I can say. I have 2 kids that I love with all my heart. Everything I do, I try to really focus and concentrate on their future and what they're gonna do and the life that they're gonna live. And that's why I believe the Sustainable Green Team is so important, and what we're doing in our company has such a great value, because that is exactly what we're doing. We're taking what many people would look as waste, something unusable, something that's gone, and creating a sustainable, rich product that is going to be for the communities and the environment.
So Brian, are there any technologies, anything revolutionary you're working on this year at Sustainable Green Team?
Yeah, we actually we have a new technology that's being released that personally I believe that it's one of the best, beneficial, if not the best, that really is being produced right now. It's Humisoil. For many years and generations, we've been doing things, if I can say, wrong to our environment. Instead of taking advantage of the soil that's in the earth, we've been depleting it. We've been destroying it. And Humisoil is 100% organic soil enhancer that actually manufactures water in the soil. With the world and everything that's going around, you can look at the news, places like California and other places where there's drought, where there's a lack of water being produced. This soil or our technology, Humisoil, is going to be able to fix that. It's going to be able to grow fruits, vegetables, any kind of harvest in the middle of the desert. And so this technology, it's taken over. It's going to create great things, and most of all, going back to it, it's going to secure future generations, food supply. It's going to help out our environment and communities, from cities to deserts to mountains, anywhere. This product is going to work, and it's going to cause a change.
Interesting. Yeah, though, I mean, that would be truly revolutionary to be able to grow food in the desert. So
absolutely.
There you
yeah.
go.
Now, and Brian, how can somebody find out more about Sustainable Green Team? Where should they go?
They can go to our website.
Or just Google Sustainable Green Team. It'll pop up.
Or
And then you
mulch
can find out more.
manufacturing, mulchmfg.com.
If I can say something that I always encourage everybody to come, please check out our YouTube
page.
channel.
Yeah.
It's SGTM, the Sustainable Green Team, and right there you'll be able to meet more of the people like Brian was talking about, learn about our products, and really our heart and passion behind everything we do.
No, that's a good point, because I've actually been on there and it shows what you guys are actually doing. So with all the big equipment and everything. So thank you so much, Brian and
Thank
Brian,
you.
for joining me.
Thank you.
Secure, the true solution for your digital privacy and security. Secure is a private and secure messaging and email solution hosted in Switzerland, using proprietary military-grade encryption and Swiss privacy laws, giving you true privacy. Secure doesn't collect or sell your data and doesn't require your phone number or any personal data that hackers target. You can message and email non-secure users privately without the need for others to download Secure. Visit secure.com. Regain and protect your privacy today.
Hi, everyone. I'm Anna Berry. This is your Secure Privacy and Security segment, along with Alain Guillay, the CEO of Secure. And the weekly hack topic is travel. We are in the midst of summer. A lot of people are traveling. I myself am traveling today. And one topic we want to hit today is, now this is what recently happened with me, Alain. The company that's flying me out today books my travel. They book my hotel. They book my airline. So they asked me for a bunch of personal private information through email. And of course, I didn't give it to them through an open source email. I used my secure mail. So let's talk a little bit about the do's and don'ts of sending your personal private information over open source mail.
Yes, that was a very good choice. And essentially, whenever you communicate, whether it's email or messenger or text, you want to consider what kind of information you are sending, to whom you're sending it, and in what way you're sending it. Those three elements, if you put more thought into it, will reduce dramatically what sometimes we call business email compromise or information theft, essentially through people intercepting that communication. When you use your secure send feature on secure mail, it's essentially an email that gets sent to the recipient for them to click on a link. You can password protect it, time expire, and read limit. And when they click on it, they're connected directly to our servers in Switzerland. So this whole process eliminates you sending an email over the entire internet, the open internet where it can be intercepted. So that's a great idea to do that. The great thing is that the recipient can also reply back using secure reply without having the secure email system called Secure Mail. That's one way. Another way would be to, protect your identity, encrypt your connection, and so forth.
Yeah, well, let's talk a little bit about that. The importance of encrypting your connection using a VPN, especially when traveling as well. And you recently launched your VPN. Tell us about it.
Yes, a VPN, virtual private network. Most people now are aware of those. They use, I think, a third of the population on the internet, at least in the US, is using a VPN. Our VPN uses our own infrastructure, so we are not hosted on a third party, and that's why we only host from our Swiss IP addresses. We use the highest encryption methodologies, and like everything we do, our own encryption. So it gives you two things. First of all, it encrypts your connection, any connection that you have out there, much more. So it makes it more impregnable and reduces dramatically the risk of you being intercepted and your communication read. It also masks your true IP address. You may be on JFK waiting for an airplane to take you to, whatever, Texas, but it'll look like, or Florida, depends where you want to go, Bahamas, anywhere. Then essentially it'll show that you're in Switzerland. So that also masks your true IP and protects you dramatically from hacking, penetrations, etc. on your communication. So Secure VPN is a great way to add on top of Secure Mail, for example.
Well, these are very easy services to start adapting into our everyday lifestyle. Like I said, I send emails so many times with my private information using my Secure Mail as well as the VPN. So for our viewers out there who are interested in adapting this new private lifestyle, how do they do it? And I know you have a promo code for them.
Yes, you can go to secure.com, SEKUR.com, sign up for any or all of our solutions. There's bundles. If you put promo code privacy, you get 15% off for the next 5 years. And you mentioned privacy. We never data mine you or pull your traffic. So aside from encryption, you also get full privacy because we never data mine your information to sell it or rent it. And that's, try promo code privacy.
Privacy has arrived, and this is going to become more and more important as the days go on. We know that. We see the hacks all over the world, all over the news, and it's coming to a computer near you. So let's protect ourselves. Alain, great speaking with you and great tips for our viewers.
Thanks, Sana, and safe trip for anyone who's traveling this summer.
Thank you.